Thank you for joining us for the Barbados Today evening news for Friday, January 12. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Government is asking the immigration officers at the department's condemned Wharf Road offices to hold strain while it completes the new headquarters. The request follows a threat of industrial action yesterday by the National Union of Public Workers if today's deadline was not met. The NUPW's General Secretary Roslyn Smith told Barbados Today that she is not happy with the progress on the new accommodations so far, but she says it will be up to the workers to decide if they are willing to give government more time. The union is due to meet with the workers on the matter on Wednesday.
I'm not happy with the progress because they thought there would be more closer. You know, so they'll find a finishing touches and things like that. But so I talk to the workers and hear what they have to say.
The United Progressive Party is pledging to amend the Public Accounts Committee Act to hold to account private companies that spend government money. The announcement this morning by the party's candidate for St. Michael North, Maria Phillips, at a press conference to share its manifesto. Phillips said the changes would enhance the power of the committee to allow it to force private enterprises to show what they have done with public funds. And the party's political leader, Lynette Eastman, said the Auditor General's office will also be given more teeth.
There is going to be a strengthening of the Auditor General's office and also ensure that there is a link between what on the face of it might appear to be any malfeasance. Where on the face of it, it appears that that is the case, but then the particular case can be turned over to someone in the justice system to review it to see if there is anyone that the Director of Public Prosecutions should prosecute.
Eastman also says the party promises to abolish the 30 constituency councils introduced by the Frendel Stewart administration and replace them with parish committees.
These committees are meant to be facilitators. Their success will be in producing strong NGOs and strong NBOs. That is how you will know if they have succeeded. So the parish committees, parish development committees will assist in setting up the community-based organizations and NGOs and strengthening those that are in existence. There will be a template for all of them so that each person who decides to set up a community organization does not have to go through the pain of figuring out how to do it. There will be a template produced, a handbook, if you call it that, on setting up the organization, running it, raising funds, discipline, and all of the issues that community organizations tend to have to deal with.
The Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society today issued a call to political parties to make clear manifesto commitments to end homelessness. It was included in a document to all political parties ahead of this year's general election. The BVHS was established in 2009 and has since provided several rehabilitative services to the homeless. Founder Kimar Safri says in the statement that the BVHS believes it is time to end homelessness for good, and the society wants all the political parties to pledge to end street sleeping and homelessness. According to the manifesto, the number of people sleeping rough has more than doubled since government introduced tough economic policies between 2008 and 2017. The society estimates that more than 100 people sleep on the streets on any given night. Police are asking for the public's assistance in their investigations into yesterday's stabbing on Marhill Street. 43-year-old Michael Alexander Holder, of no fixed place of abode, was involved in an altercation with another man when he was stabbed several times about the body. His assailant subsequently fled the scene. Holder was taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by ambulance for medical attention. Police are asking anyone with information on the incident to call the CID Central at 430-7189 or 430-7190. You could also call the police emergency number 211 Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477 or the nearest police station. In more police news this evening, there is an appeal for Dawn Nurse of 4 Roads, St. Philip to contact the District B Magistrates Court located at the Eric Holder Complex, Horse Hill, St. Joseph, as soon as possible. Nurse is asked to present herself in person or call telephone numbers 433-1501 or 271-4151 or 271-4104.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. The opposition St. Lucia Labour Party continues to voice its opposition to the island's new Governor-General. Former Government Minister Neville Sinak replaces Dame Perlette Louisi, who stepped down in December. The SLP says Sinak is not suitable for the post. We get more in this report from HTS News Force.
Leader of the opposition, Philip J. Peer, expressed gratitude and extended best wishes to Dame Perlette, who was appointed by the 1997 SLP administration led by former Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony. Peer again raised concerns over what he called a messy transition process.
Dame Perlette Louisi was one of the few remaining unifying forces in our country, having served both Labour and UWP administrations. Her value will become even more apparent in her absence. While I thank her for her long and dedicated service to country, I believe she is owed an apology for the less than dignified way she was treated in her final months by the UWP administration. The former Governor-General should have been given far more time to prepare for her departure, given a 20-year period of service. By all accounts, she was pushed out of office and made to plead for her pension benefits for which she was lawfully entitled. It's another indication of the callous and insensitive government that has no sense of propriety in dealing with the matters of state.
Snack, once leader of the opposition, was twice elected Member of Parliament for the Labrie constituency on an SLP ticket during the historic 1987 general elections. Former Prime Minister Sir John Compton called 2 general elections in 1 month in an attempt to increase his parliamentary majority, which stood at a narrow 9-8 after both elections. Snack notoriously crossed the floor after the second election to give Sir John a more comfortable 10-7 margin in Parliament. He was later appointed Foreign Minister in Sir John's cabinet from 1987 to 1992 and subsequently President of the Senate from 1993 to 1997.
And finally, on the international scene, Facebook's CEO Mark Zuckerberg today announced changes that he said would hit user engagement in the short term. Zuckerberg said yesterday that the world's largest social network will adjust its centerpiece newsfeed to prioritize what friends and family share while reducing the amount of non-advertising content from publishers and brands. More in this Reuters report.
Facebook, the world's largest social network, is shaking things up, and investors aren't feeling friendly about the changes. Shares tumbled more than 5% at their lowest point Friday, under fire for failing to prevent Russian operatives from meddling in the 2016 U.S. election campaign and for spreading propaganda in other parts of the world. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the network will tweak what users see. More emphasis on content posted by friends and families and less on stuff posted by businesses, not including, of course, advertising. In the past, Facebook's complex algorithm featured material that it thought would generate the most views and the most reactions. Those views or eyeballs are precious to Facebook's advertisers, who are willing to pay to have access to the network's more than 2 billion global users. the scale of which has helped Facebook dominate the market for online ads along with Alphabet's Google. Investors fear the changes could lead to lower revenues for Facebook.
That's news this evening. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good evening.